Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is the day that the Lord has made, and I shall continue to rejoice in it. Yes, indeed. It's chaotic, senseless, but it shall not prevail. This poem I'm doing is going to be called A Chaotic State of Mind. Signs of confusion begins with a special request of warning to be the exclamation point. One that signifies if something is a shock or exciting. People have a lust for drama. Sounds like a decision, to be the center of attention, holding the real issue back, to shine a light on their ego as they pound their chest with falsified pride, roaring like they the king of the jungle. But wanting to be petted like a kitten. Though they have been shaken, they have not been stirred. So for what it is worth, respect yourself. Step beyond those intricacies of drunkenness. Your words are slurring. Your actions are unbalanced. This is the private lesson that needs to be saturated before use. Be angry, but sin not. So until further notice, your little secret represents signs of confusion. Now here's a note. If I scream for justice, yet I make victims out of them that cause me no harm or allow the injustice to take place, I am the predator. And I begin to victimize as well as those that I called to be held accountable. Question: does mourning and sorrow lead to murder, or is that of anger and rage? Even out of frustration, I may scream for justice, but I don't become a thief, a filthy looter, nor a partaker of vandalism. Peacefully, please protest. Listen, how we respond speaks more about us than them. What we say about somebody else does not show who I am, who we are. What we do, what I do, speaks about who we are, who I am. Murder in your heart, that already had to be there. You were just waiting for an excuse. And a thief uses chaos to act out what is already in their heart. Yes. See, every man and woman has to give an account for their deeds. When you stand before the judgment seat of eternity, there will be no excuse. When you're the one that claim that you know better, when you're the one that claim you have righteousness, when you're the one that's screaming for justice. But every man one day will scream mercy. So go ahead now and be frustrated. And when you scream for justice, don't let it cause you to do others harm out of anger or bring destruction out of your frustration. I mourn not only for the deaths of those that's been killed by police officers, but I also sympathize with that officer in Milwaukee that got shot, because he too has a family, has children. Don't let a peaceful protest take away from the injustice by becoming a criminal. Again, peace. It's time to really reflect. And even when the pandemic started, I told some of my co-workers and friends, I'm less concerned about the plague of the pandemic. I'm more concerned about the evil spirit that's in this land. And yet we still refuse to repent. We don't even demand that our officials repent. And the church, sorry to say, they call everything the devil, but they refuse to repent. For they've let these people in this system come in churches on worship day with their promises. And yet, we screaming what we were screaming for 400 years. Justice. Souls to the pole, huh? Yep. It's the movement for the church, huh? Taking people to the polls. Right? To vote for. Yeah. It's that. And yet, dropping them back off to the madness they in. Without a word. Without raising up Christ. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. Peace.